I've been living in Belgium for about 2 months now. When I made the move from South Africa to Belgium, there were a lot of things, and there still are a lot of things that I had to get used to. A lot of cultural shocks, things that I found strange, things that I didn't really understand, things that just seemed so like unusual to me. And it's been a struggle. Moving to another country or another continent specifically is always going to be difficult because you just have to get used to new things. The first cultural shock for me was how Belgian people strictly follow the rules. Example, when it comes to crossing the street, you know how back home, like people will take chances, even if the robot is green and cars are still like driving by. If we don't see any cars, we'll take any chance that we get to cross the road because we just don't want to wait. Here, people will literally stand at the robot or the street light, even if it's for 5 minutes, waiting for that green man to like come on the robot. They are not going to cross the road. Even if no cars are moving, they're going to stand there. And that irritated me at first because I would go to the market with my husband and like there would be no cars in the street. So I automatically just wanted to cross the road. And he would be like, no, you can't cross the road. You have to wait for the green man. But I'm like, there are no cars. Why do I have to stand here and wait even though there are no cars driving past? Like I can see no cars on my left or my right, but I still have to stand there and wait for the green man. Another example is on the escalators. So on the escalators, I would just like stand anywhere on the left or on the right. But here I was told that I have to stand on the right, like strictly, so that people on the left can walk up. Like if they're rushing, if they don't want to wait and stand still on the escalator, they can just like run up or walk up. So the left side of the escalator that you're on has to be left open so people can pass by. And I just wasn't used to that. I was just used to standing either on the left or on the right or in the middle of the escalator because we're all going in the same direction. There have been times when I've stood on the left side, and then I remembered, oh wait, I'm on the left, I have to move to the right. And there was this lady behind me. She was sweet though, she didn't say anything, but as soon as I moved, she started running up the escalator. So yeah, you have to remember the rules here. The second thing is the language. As you know, or maybe you don't know, but here in Belgium, they speak French and Flemish. Flemish is a type of Dutch. And people here love their languages. I was surprised though to see that there are people who communicate in English. Like you won't be completely lost. When I first got here, I didn't really understand much, and I went to the shop. It was a sports shop, and the lady understood English. So a lot of people can understand English, or at least basic English, but in order to fit in with the people here, you need to be able to learn their language or to speak their language. I have felt so left out at times because I just did not understand what people were saying. In a way, it pushes you to want to learn because wherever you go, people are just talking in French. And at first, it was really strange for me because I was just used to hearing English, everywhere. And now I had to get used to hearing French 24/7, and it became frustrating and a bit sad and irritating at times for me. So that's something that I've had to struggle with, and I think a lot of people struggle with. So if you are planning on moving here to Belgium, I would really recommend that you start learning either French or Dutch, depending on which part of the country you're moving to. It'll save you a lot of loneliness and frustration. The next thing is recycling. Like here in Belgium, recycling is on another level. Like back home, yes, we had some form of recycling, but not this serious. Like at first, I would just throw anything into the dustbin as usual, but here things are specifically separated by color. Like blue is for this, yellow is for this, and white is for this. You cannot take a broken glass and throw it in the blue dustbin, because the blue dustbin is for bottles, for example. And if they find that you have mixed things in different plastics that were not supposed to be there, you can actually get fined and get into trouble, because that is not allowed. They take it really seriously. So you can't just throw anything anywhere as you wish. And that was really hard for me at first, because it was confusing. I couldn't remember what goes where, so I would just throw things anyway. But then I realized I really had to learn, or else we could get into trouble. The next shock for me was the transport system. The transport system here runs really well. They have different forms of transportation. They have the tram, the train, the bus, and other modes like taxis and things like that. But the public transportation is really good. Like, you don't even really need a car, because like you can do everything just with the metro, for example. And the great thing about the transport here that I was really surprised about is they run all the time. So if you go to the metro, you'll wait for maybe 3-4 minutes, and then another train will pass, or another metro will pass, sorry. And that really surprised me, because I was just so used to transportation being delayed in South Africa. And when I came here, I would literally walk onto the metro station and I want to sit down, and as soon as I just tried to sit down, another metro was passing. And I was just so surprised at how efficiently the transportation system works. It's amazing. You can get the metro literally anywhere. Wherever you live, wherever you go, there's literally a metro station, maybe 3 or 5 minutes away from you. So almost in every corner, you can find the metro. You don't have to walk a long distance to go and catch the metro or to catch the bus, which is amazing. So amazing. The next shock for me was the social life. Belgian people love to socialize. They really love to socialize. They love to hang out. They love to meet up with friends and go out. And I have never seen so many restaurants and bars so close to each other. On every corner, on every street, almost, you can find a restaurant or a bar. People love to meet up together and go for drinks and just have fun and hang out. So if you're into hanging out with friends and socializing, then Belgium is a place for you. You will not be disappointed. Those are some of the cultural shocks that I've experienced. There is so much more that I could talk about, but I don't want to make this video too long. If you enjoyed this, please do give it a thumbs up. Share this video and subscribe if you'd like to, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day.